I use
What
needles.
do you check your blood with?
I use needles to poke my finger.
Come here. Yeah. What do you check your blood with?
I use needles
When you
to
draw the blood, what do you do with it?
I don't draw blood. I use the needle to poke my finger, and then I put it in the strip and check my sugar, and then I use the same needle that I poke my finger with to take my insulin if I need insulin then.
Okay, so you're using the needle as a lancet.
I'm using the needle to poke my finger.
So you're using it as a lancet? As a
To
lancet.
poke my finger.
Okay. Well, you wasn't too clear on that.
You're not drawing blood with the needle.
No, sir.
You use the
Okay.
prick your finger.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
To test your blood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what took place here today? I've been out of office. Tell me what took place.
I went in to ask about a program and use the bathroom, and I put my bag down, and the officer, Commissioner Carson, H. Carson, was about to pick up the bag, and I said, well, wait a minute, it's got needles in it, so, I don't want anybody to get poked. I opened up the bag, and they said that I couldn't come in with my medicine bag. And I was like, hey, I've been in here before with my medicine bag, no problem. They're like, no. And he looked over at the chief. He had gray hair, gray beard, is a chief.
Okay.
And he said, Chief, can he come in? And he said, no, we can't bring his medicine bag in here. And I said, I checked my sugar, and I'm a brittle diabetic. In a millisecond, my blood sugar can go to 17, and I am hypoglycemia unawareness, where I won't even know it's
Before you
low.
came in here today, when did you check your blood?
I'm going to say before I drive, because from where I'm a brittle diabetic and don't know when it's low, I have to check it before I drive because of safety and DUIs.
Okay,
You don't want to get a DUI with a low blood sugar.
Your name. What's your name?
Joe Johns.
Joe Johns?
Yes, sir.
What's your address, Joe?
1467 Dandelion Circle, but I'm moving from there tomorrow.
Okay. So why did you come up here today?
To ask about a trustee program and use the bathroom.
Okay. So you need to use the restroom.
Trustee program was my first concern, and of course, use the bathroom then.
But what I'm saying is, no longer than it would have taken you to use the restroom, could you not have worked with us on our policy of not having needles coming in here? No longer than it would took you to use the restroom. It's not that we didn't want you to use the restroom. The problem was we have policies, no cell phones, no knives, no guns, on down through the list. We have policies that certain things cannot come in. That's not to say that we're not working with you to use the restroom, but when you bring needles in to prick yourself with, there's other devices that you can use to prick yourself to do a test. And you share with us that you don't use those other devices. Right?
I don't. I never have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had it 30 years, and it's just so easy to poke your finger with a needle, check your sugar, and if you need it, the needle's already out.
Once you check your sugar, have you got the other device to put the blood and the other chemicals to see what it is?
Yes, it's my medicine bag. Wherever I go, it goes.
Okay, I understand that. Okay.
Okay. Do you care to open that? Let me see what you got.
On your policy, you have that thing out here that says no cell phones and this. I didn't say anything that said needles on it.
Well, some things just common sense. Now,
you got to remember there's a jail here, so.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We find needles in the jail all the time. I mean, I know they're not supposed to be in jail, but we find needles in jail all the time because they do slip in.
Okay.
You work in a place?
I'm disabled. I was a industrial maintenance technician. I went to school, graduated and worked in the field for years. And I started losing control of my legs at work, and I fought as long as I could to work.
What did you do?
But my last job was Odix, and I had to crawl Odix. I had to crawl with this is the day I decided I can't do it anymore. I lost control of my legs and had to use my elbows to get to the break room, and that's when I filed for disability in 2003.
Has your disability been?
Oh, yes, sir. And
I know
it
sometimes
stinks.
people have a hard time getting
The
disability.
disability stinks. The only good thing about it is the insurance. I wish I could go and work. I really do. Wish to God I could.
Okay. Well, like I said, unless you had a medical situation.
I feel bad because I really require this anywhere I go, and this tax government bill wouldn't let me in, man. It's not right. It's not right. Wherever I go, I have to have it, and it really bothers me. And I really do, man. It really bothers me that I couldn't go into a police building where I've done nothing wrong because I couldn't go in because I had this. And I'll try to stay calm, but you all got to know, man, it's a disability, and you wouldn't let me in.
Well,
because of my disability, man.
with you. Getting upset's not going to...
No, gotta get over being mad, don't I?
Yeah, you got to get over being mad.
But it's not right.
Because we have certain guidelines we have to go by. And I want you to understand, we can go down there and do a search of the jail right now, my friend, and we will find hypodermic needles.
How many of those people have a prescription? I mean, you know,
None.
none of them. I do.
Not in the jail, they don't.
I
But
do.
we find needles in the jail all the time. And when we look and see, we don't know, except that you told us that you have this problem. You know, we can look at that. You may be slipping needles into the jail. Let me share how it works. People use the bathroom back there. And bear with me on this, okay? People use the bathroom, the high step in the bathroom. Then when the trustee comes by, they know to look there. And that's how stuff gets in the jail down there, because we don't search prisoners every time they come back into visible contact. We should, but we're short-handed. We don't have the time. So, you know, you work with us, we work with you, okay? And what would have been wrong?
If ifs and nuts
I
were
know,
bowls and
I
cherries,
know.
everybody have Merry Christmas. What is that saying?
Yeah. Candy and whatever.
Yeah.
But let me share something with you. What would have been wrong for you to left that with the guard, went back and used the bathroom?
It's my prescribed medicine, and I may have checked my sugar in the bathroom. You know,
It's inside of the bathroom like that.
I checked my sugar a lot of times in the
You had
bathroom.
had an emergency. The guard could took that package right back to you at that time. Let's not make a big mouth out of this.
It's seconds, man. My
Seconds.
my
He
blood
could
sugar epilepsy is seconds.
Seconds he could got it to you.
What if I couldn't have made it to the door to get back to him? And it's
Well,
that bad, man.
ifs and
It's that
buts.
bad.
Ifs and buts.
Exactly.
One thing, you need to be more clear, okay? When you start saying I use needles,
No, I was clear, sir, and showed him my insulin.
no. I'm talking about when you need to make sure and make it clear that you're using your needles as lancets. That's what was,
just it.
yeah, that's sort of what made everybody
You can give
confused.
yourself hepatitis C alone from just poking your finger and then reusing that needle.
This is the first time they've never let me in with my medicine bag. You know, I've come in and out of here with no problem. You know, it's a
Yeah.
public building.
Well, we're gonna deal with that, but here's the thing: next time somebody, if you run into a problem and make it clear that you're using the needle for a lancet, okay? Because that's what sort of confused everybody's going. Wait a minute, you're drawing your blood with a needle to check it. That didn't make a lot of
I
sense.
didn't say that.
Okay, yeah, but you said you were using needles, and that's where
I have to. It's my disability.
Yeah, I understand that, but most people use lancets. Okay, they don't use their needle.
That's what a doctor
You need to make it clear that you're using the needle for a lancet as well as injection. Okay.
What
That's
if I
where-
needed to use it in the bathroom injection?
Well,
That could happen.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they're gonna deal with that. Okay. I don't think you'll have any more problems as far as that part goes. But next time, make it clear when somebody asks. Say, I use my needle as a lancet and for injection. That's what wasn't clear as far as me. When you said needles, I'm going, wait a minute, because everybody's used to everybody using lancets. You're the first person I ever knew of that used a needle for a lancet.
Doctor won't
And
recommend
I
you
know-
to poke yourself and then redo it. But one passing class will teach you that if you poke yourself one time with that needle, you're disposed of it. If you reuse it, you can and stand the chance of giving yourself hepatitis.
Yeah, I know that's what they taught my wife, was once, if you use that needle one time, throw it away. Don't ever use it twice. That's the reason that was sort of confusing. I mean, if your doctor's fine with you using your needles for a lancet, that's
I
fine.
have to check my sugar 10 times a day.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's,
But,
I keep it level, but it could go to 17.
yeah, but I think the sheriff is going to take care. I don't think you'll have any more
I
problems.
need to file a police report. I'm still waiting on the city.
The city left. What do you need?
Because of the
What do you need a
Disability
police
Act.
report?
I feel like my disability rights were violated. The Disability Act was broken.
The police
But,
department wouldn't have anything to
I
do
still
with
need to
that.
make a police report on it.
The police department wouldn't have anything to do with that.
I need to make a report.
That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with the police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with the police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with the department to handle that. That wouldn't be with police department. They wouldn't handle that. That would be with